Okay, so you mentioned the 26 class. Are there a couple of leading candidates to be the next commitment for Marcus Freeman's Fighting Irish?
Yep, got a couple guys that I want to discuss here. The first being Sullivan Garvin, 6'6", 300-pound interior offensive lineman. Now, 6'6", I mean, that's a big boy. He's a junior, and he's listed at 6'6", 300 pounds, even if that's inaccurate. And Evie's like, let's say 6'5", 290. That's absolutely a monster. And he's listed as an interior offensive lineman, ranked as a high 3-star according to On3 right now, the number 25 interior offensive lineman. Again, according to On3 in this 2026 class, I feel like he is going to be a stock-up guy. Again, that's a big interior offensive lineman for a junior. You're 6'6", 300 pounds. All right, you're a tackle. Notre Dame views him as an interior guy at the next level. He visited Notre Dame. He's already been to campus 4 times. He got to see a spring practice, came back for Irish Invasion in June, the Louisville game in September, and then was just in town for the Virginia game. And he picked up his offer from Notre Dame during that Louisville weekend. So he talked to Blue and Gold, to Kyle Kelly, about his recruitment, and the feeling is very much that he's going to go on a couple more visits, and he is someone who is talking about committing early, and he is someone who I would expect Notre Dame to happily accept a commitment from if that takes place. I logged a prediction for him to commit to Notre Dame a couple days after he visited for that Louisville game in September. I think this one is trending Notre Dame, and I think that the Irish will get this one done by the end of this calendar year. I predicted Notre Dame to land Chicago's Simeon defensive lineman Mel Bladel back in August. I logged several predictions. We've talked about him a lot. I think Notre Dame's going to get this one done as well. It really seems to be trending towards the Irish, and you saw some national insiders log predictions for him to land with the Irish after he visited for that FSU game, including Steve Wiltfong over at On3. Keep a close eye on Mel Bladel. Number 88 overall player, number 9 defensive lineman in the country, plays with Christopher Burgess, Notre Dame defensive end commit in the 25 class. So yeah, looking good for the Irish there. Illinois, Oregon, Tennessee, Michigan, Miami, some of the other schools that have offered Blade, but definitely trending towards the Irish. So that's 2 guys. I don't know if we talked about on your segment, Darren, with me, but Thomas Davis Jr., linebacker from North Carolina in the Charlotte area, committed to the Irish last week. Talking a lot about 2026 recruiting and like these early commitments. Notre Dame's not pushing for all of their 26 targets that they really like to commit, but there's been a few that they are. Thomas Davis Jr., someone that they've had on campus several times, feel really good about, think that he would stick if he commits early. They're trying to avoid some of these early decommitments. So they don't have to scramble late. Thomas Davis Jr., someone that they feel really good about, and really continuing this trend of NFL legacies. Thomas Davis Sr. played for the Carolina Panthers for a long time, a linebacker, and Notre Dame getting his son, another thumper that they'll have for years to come. So Notre Dame really excited to have Thomas Davis Jr. committed in the 26th cycle.
So clearly an adjustment by Marcus Freeman and the entire program in how they're dealing with these early commitments. So that's a really interesting tidbit.
Yeah. Look, remember that whole official visit policy for the commits? Oh, if you take an official visit and we're gonna drop it. It's one of those things that the Notre Dame did that. Now they don't, right? It's a year-to-year trend. It's like for 2025, you had 7 decommitments, right? Different reasons. We pushed the guys a little bit too early, or we evaluated this guy, got him committed, and then we don't love how he ends up as a senior. So I think it's
interesting.
It's a good move for Notre Dame to be a little bit more patient. They don't need to rush to get these guys committed, but who knows? This time next year, we could be like, Mike Singer could be on your program there, be like, oh man, I love that Notre Dame's pushing for we'll see what we're talking about this time next year. But Notre Dame's trend here for, again, I don't want this to sound like Notre Dame's not pushing for anyone early in the 26 cycle. It's a little bit more select. Like when CJ May committed to Notre Dame last year, it's like an out of the blue commitment from Alabama. We're like, is this one really going to stick? It didn't, right? I think Notre Dame is wanting someone like CJ May to be like, before we take this, are you sure? Like, are you really sure? Like, maybe let's have you go home. Let's really think about this before you commit. Just using that one as an example. So I think that might be more what we see moving forward. But to be determined.
Okay, what's coming up at Blue and Gold Illustrated? Blueandgold.com.
15 days, Darren. Okay. Well, wait. This is going up on Wednesday, right? So 14 days. We are 2 weeks from National Signing Day. So we are close. So all the recruiting coverage down the stretch, and we'll be covering daily, hourly, by the minute, Notre Dame's run to the college football playoff. So if you're a Notre Dame junkie, you love following football, you getting into following recruiting, blueandgold.com is definitely the place to be. All the coverage, all the analysis, the message boards with thousands of Notre Dame fans giving their takes, whether you're going to comment or just lurk on the message board, you're going to love it. It's a lot of fun, and we have great deals going on all the time. So check it out, blueandgold.com.
A lot of fans. National Signing Day is Christmas Day, so I guess that makes you Santa Claus, delivering all the information leading up to National Signing Day in just 2 weeks. We look forward to the latest next week here on the Notre Dame Recruiting Update on WSBT Radio and the Blue and Gold YouTube channel.